Hey, primates! Links to the video we react to today are in the description below. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit the little bell to be notified whenever we go live or put out new content. It really helps us out. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show! Freaking A. Alright, you said Pegasus, Mr. Gamer said that Pegasus, put up a video on the Billie Eilish situation. Look, I'll be real. It's definitely weird. It's definitely, like, it's weird in a hilarious kind of way, you know?
Alright, so last time...
First of all, let me fix my chat, first of all. There we go. So, Mr. Gamer's telling me that apparently Billie admitted to flicking the bean to herself. Yeah, definitely a weirdo move. A little self-centered, a little egotistical, a little narcissistic. True. I'm just saying, like, I've heard a lot from a lot of, you know, maybe it's for the reason that they're Vtubers or Vtubers, but I've heard from a lot of other ladies that they've had weird self-encounters as well. I don't know how much of that is true or what the deal is. I'm not a whammon myself. I've never destroyed the lizard to my own reflection, or ever really even thought of myself in that kind of way. Like, I guess there are, you know, they've always asked the question, like, if they made a perfect replica, like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard that, like, the scenario where they're like, if they made a perfect replica of you, would you fall in love with yourself? Have you heard about that? Like, you know what I mean? I guess for Billie, she says yes, but let's find out. I'm just sort of talking based on what I'm told. Let's actually have a quick look and see what's going on.
Alright, so
I am actually a fan of Billie's music. I like her music a lot.
Time we talked about Billie Eilish was around 6 months ago, when she was showing everybody how incredibly out of touch she actually is. Here's a quick refresher. Billie Eilish says men don't face criticism about their bodies because girls are nice. Nobody ever—
That's absolute BS, dude. My biggest bullies in middle school and throughout high school, for being an overweight fat kid, were quite a few women. Definitely a lot were men, but it was a lot of women.
Ever says a thing about men's bodies. If you're muscular—
In fact, even on freaking like Tinder, you'll have ladies like talk smack to you directly, like where they'll swipe right just to tell you that you're ugly. I've had that done to me a couple times.
Cool. If you're not, cool. If you're real thin, cool. If you have a dad bod, cool. If you're pudgy, love it. Everybody's happy with—
I say a couple times. I think it's happened like twice. That being said, I've had more success than not success on Tinder. I still just not. I can't. I might try it again. I don't know. It wasn't really my deal.
You know why? Because girls are just so—
And I'll tell you why. Sorry, before we move on, I know this is off topic, but like the reason why I don't like Tinder so much is that the amount of ladies that are on there with no expectation of making a date, being in a relationship, or going on a date. They're just there for like you to tell them that they're pretty, basically. The amount of women that are on Tinder doing that is outrageous and frankly annoying. Get off the platform if you're dating someone. There's literally freaking profiles on Tinder that are like, I'm just on here to make friends, I have a boyfriend. It's like, then what the frick are you doing on here?
If you're muscular, cool. If you're not, cool. If you're real thin, cool. If you have a dad bod, cool. If you're pudgy, love it. Everybody's happy with it.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it, no one. Not a single human being treats a fat man with any kind of love or respect. I call absolute BS on this. Never. What? You are absolutely disconnected from reality if you think anybody is okay with a pudgy— A dad bod is only in style because a dad bod is like— they're looking at like the best examples of dad bods. Like, you get me? Like, you know, they're not looking at actual like real like at-home dad bods that make noises whenever they sit down and just do nothing.
Why? Because
but
girls—
still, the dad bod thing is like in style, and I feel like that has to do a lot more with ladies that just— I guess the ladies really like older men for some reason.
about men's bodies. If you're muscular, cool. If you're not, cool. If you're real thin, cool. If you have a dad bod, cool. If you're pudgy, love it. Everybody's happy with it. You know why? Because girls are just so nice. They don't give it up because we see people for who they are. Now, obviously, she got absolutely bodied by the community notes here. Billie Eilish has publicly criticized women dating ugly men and has said that ugly men deserve nothing on recorded promotion.
Can we get some freaking W's, some GG's for freaking the Twitter community notes is by far the best thing that has come out of Elon Musk buying Twitter. I just have to say that. It is the most hilarious thing ever to watch people put blatant lies or like put out some weird freaking like I guess I don't even what would you call it, like clout baiting like messages, and then immediately get like you don't even believe your own freaking words. What are you talking about?
Emotional interviews. People were basically pointing out the insane hypocrisy with this clip over here.
Why is every pretty girl with a horrible looking man? I don't understand. Listen, I'm not shaming people for their looks, but I am though. You give an ugly guy a chance, he thinks he rules the world.
Wow. Wow, harsh criticism too. I thought it was gonna be like a quick little why I thought it was gonna be just that, just like why do women date ugly guys? And that was it. She really had to like start attacking them personally. Okay, I'll be real with you. Like I get a girlfriend and I'm just like, all right, let's see how long this lasts. No way I keep this up. I am always very self-deprecating. I'll be honest.
I swear to God. Because they got a hot girl, they can be horrible.
The more I think it's a prank or a joke, or people
like
are
you're
like,
still ugly.
It's all being organized by
change that. Maybe that's why.
Wait, what?
I swear to God. Because they got a hot girl, they can be horrible. Like you're still ugly, though. Can't change that. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's like why like guys with small dicks.
Okay, but who is she picturing in her head though? Because this seems personal.
Because they got a hot girl, they can be horrible. Like you're still ugly, though. Can't change that. Maybe that's why.
Who are you
Maybe
fighting?
That's like why like guys with small dicks get like huge mansions to make up for it, you know? Or like really nice cars.
Nobody ever criticizes men. Meanwhile, Bill.
Wow. And the stereotypes about overcompensating. Men
over here. By the way, can I just say what
their ding-dongs.
Lovely person to idolize. I'm so glad that our generation looks up to people with great personalities and humble characters. We seem to have a knack for, you know, making the right kinds of people famous. Anyways, turns out Billie Eilish is actually back in the news for probably the single cringiest thing you will ever read, maybe in the entire universe. All right, I'm actually warning you right now. This is not a drill. Click off.
This is This is literally on the level of avert your eyes, a cringe warning.
Right now, if you're not prepared to handle the utmost cringe. 3, 2, 1, okay, ready? Okay. I warned you. Billie Eilish tells Rolling Stone that she likes to touch herself in front of a mirror. Partly because it's hot, but it also makes me have such a raw, deep connection to myself and my body, and have a love for my body that I have not really ever had. I got to say, looking at yourself in the mirror and thinking, I look really good right now is so helpful.
I can't do that because every time I look in the mirror, I just go, ugh.
I've learned that looking at myself and watching myself feel pleasure has been an extreme help in loving myself and accepting myself and feeling empowered. Yeah, I knew that.
Look, that's cheating though. That's not fair because when Billie Eilish looks in the mirror, she sees a woman. A beautiful woman, you know, objective, you know, depending on your perspective, okay, but you know, she sees a woman, and typically women look good, they look gorgeous, they look beautiful. When I look in the mirror, when men look in the mirror, all they see is a freaking man. You get what I'm saying? So it's not really fair, is it though? Because what do we got to look at? We gotta look at a dude with his thing out. Like, that's not, nobody likes to see a dude with his thing out, let's be real here, but everybody likes to see a naked woman.
word was gonna be in here. Just like, oh yeah, I actually touched myself in the mirror, guys. How empowering. This was women's empowerment over here. All right, Billy, I think I speak for absolutely everybody when I say nobody needed to know this. What the frick is the deal with the...
Also, to be fair, 100% also an accurate statement. Nobody needed to know this about you. But hey, it's got everybody talking about her.
These cringy celebrities and oversharing. This is the internet, not your personal private diary over here. And I cannot believe that our fans actually eat this type of shit up. They are just like, oh my god, this is so empowering for women. Bitch, are you kidding me? This is empowering? Are these people, like, do you actually have brains or not? What is wrong with people, dude?
I mean, that's just narcissism. Point blank, I feel like.
This is equivalent to women protesting the patriarchy by marching outside topless. It's like, I don't think you understand what you're doing over there. I'm pretty sure the patriarchy loves topless women, okay? I feel like all the regular women that are not brainwashed by these sort of movements in the internet are just like cringing in silence over here over these kind of statements being said online so publicly. Anyways, being a normal human being over here, I just don't like reading the shit. It's just weird and uncomfortable. And honestly, you can do whatever you want with yourself. Just don't tell me about it. I don't need to know about this, okay? Here we got some of the replies here. We need to know less of each other. Some things are better left unsaid.
Yeah, it's definitely a TMI situation. Like, again, unless you were trying to do this for clout and for attention, there was really no reason for you to bring this up at all.
Real for the share, actually. I hope this is satire. I still can't believe what I just read. Don't we all? No. Now, I think in the article she actually says that she's so real for the share, actually. I hope this is satire. I still can't believe what I just read. Don't we all?
Laddie-die, what are you doing, Laddie-die?
Now, I think in the article she actually says that she cannot get off unless she jerks to herself in the mirror, which, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that like extreme narcissism that you can't get off unless you're looking at yourself, dude?
I mean, we're both thinking the same thing, narcissism. I don't know if that's the correct form to use this in, but...
And what the actual heck? Not even the cartel could beat that information out of me, alright? I don't know, it's just a weird factoid that I just didn't want to know, but also it kind of revealed the fact that you're a narcissist over here. Now, I don't know if that's a trait of narcissism, just jacking off to yourself. I feel like it would pretty much fall directly...
Yeah, look, excessive interest in or adoration of oneself and one's physical appearance. Okay, yeah, she is the embodiment of narcissism.
In line with the definition of narcissism over there, so I don't know, maybe you guys can educate me on that. Now, unfortunately, you'd think she stops there, but she keeps going. Billie Eilish says touching herself has changed her life. Wow, has it now? People should be jerking it, man.
I am 10 steps ahead of you. Don't worry. I make sure I love myself daily.
I can't stress it enough. As somebody with extreme body issues and dysmorphia that I've had my entire life. Oh, so that's the solution to body dysmorphia, huh?
Absolutely.
I mean, listen.
Just start jerking your gherkin to yourself.
Listen, a lot of guys today suffer from severe body dysmorphia, almost more than the girls over here because of all the steroided out guys on the internet.
Look at Liver King. Bro really said if I don't look like this, I have no business. I have no nothing. Like, he really went above and beyond to make sure he could keep that physique. Why? Honestly, like, you could kind of tell he had a lot of insecurities, and you could tell that he really wanted to sell those products. And if he didn't show the world that he was overly buff, like exaggeratedly buff, his products would not sell. Which
especially gym guys who feel like
normally, and I feel like people would have understood and seen him, but the fact that he juiced kind of threw all that away. You understand now that he had an unrealistic body standard.
Like, they always aren't big enough and strong enough. So it turns out Billy's wonderful advice to that, the wonderful solution here is not, you know, CBT, not therapy, not logging off social media, maybe touching grass and, you know, understanding that social media is managed.
You don't gotta go that far, right? Nobody wants to go outside and touch grass. That's just disgusting. That's just weird, okay? Nobody wants to do that. Can we not, all right? Chill.
manufactured to present people in their best light. You know, just becoming cognizant of the fact that not everything you see on the internet is real. But instead, Billy's solution over here is to actually look at the mirror and touch yourself and then tell people about it, because people really want to know about it. I'm sure that will actually help body dysmorphia. Just
y'all remember when Sneeko talked about like letting some dude bang his wife while he was watching or whatever? And then when everyone was like, that's weird, he's like, no, you should try, everyone should try it, it changed my life. You know what I mean? This is giving me some real like, oh, I just gave everyone my fetish, myself, like, me fetish. It changed my life, actually. You guys should do it too, trust me. It's super
jacking
good.
off to yourself. Now listen, Billy, it might help yourself considering you're a massive narcissist over here, but to the average person, I don't think that's gonna cure their body dysmorphia. You know, I'm just thinking of the male equivalent to this. Like, imagine a male celebrity actually said this. I feel like he'd be laughed off the internet twice as fast. Because imagine a guy's like, you know, I jerk to myself. In fact, I can only jerk to myself because, you know, I'm so hot and so awesome. And in fact, ugly girls, they actually deserve nothing. You know, I gave an ugly girl a chance one time and she thinks she rules the world.
Oh yeah,
I don't
this
know.
is the person I was talking about earlier, Mr. Gamer. You mentioned how what's his face, Neon got banned off a kick. So did Jack Doherty. He's already back though, isn't he?
Just sounds so much more ridiculous and funny when you change the genders, because you understand how incredibly fucking stupid it all is. But you know, it wouldn't be a video if it was just 2 tweets. That's a lie. It would still probably be a video, but she keeps going. All right, we interrupt this program with your second warning over here. By now you have radioactive levels of cringe in your body. You're probably already dead, but you know, if you want to preserve at least your soul, click off now. Billie Eilish tells Rolling Stone about her song Lunch and realizing her sexuality. Wow, Billie, this is so interesting. I wrote some of it before even doing anything with a girl, and then wrote the rest after. I've been in love with girls for my whole life, but I just didn't understand until last year. I realized I wanted my face in a vagina.
Wait, so she basically said, I thought I was in love with women, but it turns out I wasn't in love with women. I was in love with me. I wanted to bang myself. I wanted to be...
Oh no. Wow, Billy.
Bro, that is literally the definition. How is that? Like, you know how men get accused of treating women like just a piece of meat, like just a giner on like a giner on legs? She literally basically said, I just want a giner with my face on it. I just want, like, that's all she wants.
Cool. You're so LGBT. You're so rainbow. You're so Skittles. Guys, did you know,
she
guys,
really called
fun fact
another
here.
woman
Did you actually know
with
that Billie Eilish is actually gay? I think she wants you to know that she's actually gay, guys. And, you know, she's really open with her sexuality, and she's really...
I'll be completely honest with you here. I don't know what this says about me or what this says about Billie Eilish, but I kind of assumed she was. I don't know why. But I totally
comfortable talking about sex. You see, actually, she's an empowered woman. I think that's what she wants you to understand. In fact, me as a young 12-year-old girl, I actually want to grow up and be just like Billie over here and have my face.
Overshare stuff like this? Here's what happened. What happens is, so you see us, like, her narcissism goes so far, apparently, that she actually thought other people should do as I do. You get what I'm saying? I don't think she thought she was oversharing. I think she thought she was enlightened and was trying to put us on the game. You get me? I think she didn't, like, I think that didn't compute to her. You get what I'm saying? Like,
launched into a you know what, guys? I'm gonna make a little bit of a...
Like, why would Sneeko ever share the fact that he cucked himself with his own girl? Like, why would you overshare this? It's because, I don't know, there's some kind of, I don't know, there might be some kind of insecurity there. There might be some kind of, like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm at a loss here.
A prediction, and let's just say I've been known to be right on...
I could forgive the ugly guys rhetoric she spewed, but no, yeah, like, that's just like classic women hating men stuff. Like, at this point, I'm numb to it. because you hear it and see it all over Twitter and TikTok and Instagram. So at this point, I'm just numb to that stuff. But yeah, no, it's like, which is again, but still, what I don't like to see is a double standard there, where it's like, okay, but I don't hear you saying the same thing about the opposite direction, where you got a really hot dude. You get what I'm saying? But what else?
The internet a bunch of times.
You know, because she's over here talking about ugly guys getting beautiful women. Meanwhile, she's over here talking about women as just a giner with her face on it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, how long before old Billie Eilish over here starts an OnlyFans in order to show the world just how empowered she is, how absolutely free she is with her body, that no man can actually capture her. It's only women. She's in love with women. In fact, she's in love with herself. She's only in love with herself. In fact, the mirror. She's going to marry the mirror. Yes. Dude,
so
I feel like...
This is giving me real Anita Sarkeesian vibes. Remember when Anita Sarkeesian married herself? How do you spell her name? Yeah, remember when she married herself for her birthday? For those who don't know, Anita Sarkeesian is like she's basically the whole like women against video games like movement, or like the whole Gamergate stuff. She had a wedding themed birthday party where she married herself. If that's not narcissism, I don't know what the frick is, dude.
I'm living in a dystopia or something. The internet is so absolutely degenerate now. It's crazy, all right? Please, actually, can you be embarrassed? Like, I have to ask you this, all right? Can you actually have some shame? Is this how she talks with everyone?
Shameless. Shameless. Let
Everybody,
your
I mean,
flag
if you're
fly.
posting it on the internet, I assume this is how you talk to everybody, because you're okay with your entire fan base and every single person in the world that's watching you to listen to this, right? So that probably means, I don't know, maybe your parents follow your career or something. Do you talk about your masturbation habits with them as well? I don't know, maybe I'm too old-fashioned, prude, traditional. I just think it's flippin' disgusting. I think it's weird, narcissistic behavior to publicize all of this and tell everybody all of this.
Oh, I agree with all of that. It's definitely weird. It's definitely like, you're gonna be like, I would not recommend you telling potentially young girls who look up to you to go and jerk off to themselves. Sorry.
That
flick off to themselves.
Can only get off to yourself. Like, bro, you need to stop. You need some Michael. You need to get some help, okay? And I don't know, some people might be mad because, you know, they're also brainwashed like this, but I don't really care. I'm gonna speak my mind over here. I'm now a victim of too much information. I gave you guys 2 warnings, all right? 2 warnings. You cannot blame me at this point. Now, Billy, I don't think we're supposed to know this much of detail. Like, I think I know her better than her friend who snuck in and read her diary at this point. It's giving JoJo Siwa's prawn is freaking sick, dude. Yeah, bro, even JoJo Siwa's going through this weird phase. I've been debating making a video on it for a while now. Let me know if you guys actually want to see that.
Is this just the next phase of, like, clout chasing for, like, attention on, like, the celebrity, like?
But
you know what I mean?
she is basically just as cringe as this person. Now, apparently, Billy actually used to talk about how prawn used to traumatize her, and people are theorizing that that's possibly why she turned out like this, and, you know, is so messed up in the head. Billie Eilish used to talk.
I watch a lot of hentai, and I still haven't jerked off to myself.
Talk about how early exposure to prawn traumatized her and gave her perverse sexual interest. Now she's changed her tune. I wonder why.
As a woman, I think porn is a disgrace, and I used to watch a lot, to be honest. I started watching
children,
I was like 11.
Don't watch corn. Just beat off to yourself in the mirror. Why would you need corn? You don't need corn.
I thought that's how you learned how to have. I was watching abusive, to be honest. You know, when I was like 14, and I, you know, thought I was one of the guys and would talk about it and think it was really cool for not having a problem with it and not seeing why it was bad.
Wait,
and I think it really destroyed one of the guys. You learned how to have. I was watching abusive, to be honest. You know, when I was like 14,
she was watching
and I,
corn.
you know, thought I was one of the guys and would talk about it and think it was really cool for not having a problem with it and not seeing why it was bad. And I think it really
Here's the thing. that's that's you're okay to be that way. There are plenty of ladies out there that are totally fine with it, totally understanding of it, and if anything, they're fans of it. You get me? Like, it's totally okay. That's totally fine to be okay with it and to watch it and, like, you know, be an enjoyer of corn, as a lady. Well, I feel like you just don't typically want to go announcing it to the world like that. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Destroyed my brain, and I feel incredibly devastated that I was exposed to so much. I think that I had like sleep paralysis and these like almost like night terror / just nightmares because of it. I think that's how they started, because I would just watch abusive. I couldn't watch anything else, like, unless it was violent. I'm so angry
that...
You
couldn't watch anything else unless it was violent. I feel like the corn might not have been the root issue there. I feel like what led you to that corn? There's gotta be more. I feel like there's
so...
I'm not no psychiatrist.
Okay, so that actually makes a lot of sense now. If she's been traumatized from such a young age, like if you're 11 years old and you're watching like hardcore prawn over here and like abusive stuff and all of that, and that's the only thing you can get off to or whatever, I mean, yeah, it will probably turn you into something. I don't know what. Listen, I don't know. I'm not a therapist. I can't really diagnose her, but surely something has gone wrong in her life for her to turn out like this, all right? So here's the interview asking her. I asked her what she likes to do to decompress. I don't know, play video games, maybe watch a TV show. No, sex, she says. I basically talk about anytime I possibly can. That's literally my favorite topic. God have mercy. My experience as a woman, guys, she's a woman. Did I tell you? Can I remind you guys that she's actually a woman? In case you guys forgot in the last 500 years, 5 seconds over here, yeah, Billie Eilish is actually a woman, guys. My experience as a woman.
Okay, understood. I didn't catch that one the first time.
Woman, sorry, you forgot gay woman. She's a gay woman. My experience as a woman has been that it's seen in such a weird
porn star. Let's go.
way. People are so uncomfortable
Bro, you know what though? You're not wrong, because like that brings into like not question, but that brings into like the argument, the whole like there are dudes out there that like full blown record themselves. Not even necessarily because they want to record the women. They want to record themselves.
About it, it's almost like it's a private thing, and weirded out when women are very comfortable in their sexuality and communicative in it, because it's
Ladies,
weird. All right, I'm sorry, all this OnlyFans nonsense going out on the internet, it's weird. All right, we need to revert back to Monke. Actually, no, don't revert back to Monke.
Do definitely return to Monke. Return to Monke. Let's go!
Do the same shit. We're civilized human beings, alright? Come on, can we revert back to the era where we're actually, like, embarrassed about this shit? I don't know, I think people should be embarrassed, alright? I think it's such a frowned upon thing to talk about, and I think that should change. Well, talking about it and, you know, teaching people about it is fine and necessary or whatever, but not just, like, airing out your dirty, disgusting habits out on the internet.
Here's one thing that I've noticed, and it's very weird. Not weird, but it's definitely, I feel like it does a disservice to the entire argument, the entire situation as a whole, where we've started confusing teaching children about fetishes as teaching children about what's the word I can use for YouTube? Reproduction. We're not teaching children about reproduction anymore. We're just sort of teaching them fetishes. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, but yeah, like that's how I've been feeling about it lately. And it's just kind of like, yeah, no, this is not you teaching someone about like reproduction or you know, your needs, let's say, natural human needs. Like, you're not teaching them about that. You're teaching them about fetishes. And there's a big difference between teaching someone about your humanly needs and teaching them about preferences and activities that you can perform whilst doing these, you know, taking care of these human needs. Because at the end of the day, to take care of the needs, you don't necessarily gotta look in the mirror or you know, use a dragon, you know, massager. You get what I'm saying?
Right? You asked me what I do to decompress. That shit can really save you sometimes. Just saying. Can't recommend it more, to be real. Yeah, you're so real, Billy. You're so real. I don't think I could come up with a more lame person. So you
good.
talk
How's it
about
going?
sex anytime
Ew.
you possibly can. That sounds like the most insufferable person on the planet. Oh my god. Anytime you possibly can, and that's your decompressing routine. You know what normal people do to decompress? They come home, they relax on their couch, and they watch Netflix or something like that, bro.
I've pretty much watched Crunchyroll, yeah. Lately, I've typically used to just play video games, but now that I've started streaming, like, pretty much daily, I freaking, like, I get a little bit tired of it, and I just start to, like, watch something else. Like, I don't want to, like, continue to...
What are you doing?
You know what
You
I'm
have
saying? Like, I
these
used to, like,
deep conversations
I
about
find myself
touching
quitting
yourself in a
Elden Ring
mirror
little
with
bit
your friends.
faster than I typically
Oh,
do.
dear lord. Okay, so she's clearly been traumatized in her childhood, and maybe this is the effects of this or something. No sane, normal person acts like this. We get it. You're obsessed with freaking. You're obsessed with yourself. Congrats, you'll fit right in with the degenerates on the internet. Also, I don't know why she's acting like, oh, it's such a frowned upon thing to talk about. Are you kidding me? It's literally everywhere. I mean, half the average American college campus is on OnlyFans at this point. It's just sad. I think the reason people
What's even
don't talk
sadder
about
is the fact
freaking
that only,
everywhere.
like, the 2% of all the ladies on OF get all the money. Most of them don't
Where
make
before
jack
was that
squat.
it's not appropriate. Okay, it's not appropriate
They
for
still need to
every
have a part-time
occasion.
job.
It's a very like private, intimate
really
thing
out there
that's sort of
struggling like
disgusting
me.
as well. Like you can't just walk into a job interview and start talking about sex and expect to get hired or something.
becoming the
Like there's a
female
time and a
entertainer.
place for everything, you know. Anyways, that's it. What an actual weirdo. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.
Oh, okay. That was freaking hilarious. That's weird. It's what the frick? Why am I not subscribed to Pegasus already? I thought I was. Whoops.
Okay, if what just happened today
hold on.
isn't...
All right, so last time.
I'm gonna share this on the Discord for everyone. Let's get back into some gameplay. But yeah, no, definitely like, if nothing else, it's just TMI. Just TMI, my dude. Keep like, you don't gotta. You don't gotta put out, you don't gotta air out your dirty laundry like that. Like, I get it. I get that you wanna, you know, like, I'm not saying be ashamed of it or anything like that. Be, like, let your freak flag fly. I've always said that. 100%, let's keep it weird, dude. Keep it weird. However, there's some stuff that you kinda... There's certain things that you don't really want to go share it to the world. You don't want to really go shouting to the world like it's nobody, you know, like it's everybody's business. Billy is a very special kind of cute though. She is a very attractive person. I can understand wanting to, you know, if I was Billie Eilish, I would imagine I would like to also flick my bean to my own reflection. However, I feel like me personally, I wouldn't go telling everybody. Thank you so much, Primates, for watching this all the way to the end. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit the little bell for a rainbow explosion that will go ahead and notify you every single time we go live or put out new content. Thank you so much, goodbye, and thanks for swinging by.